Perfect aim. First strike. Double elimination. Triple elimination. Perfect aim. Elimination. 4 at once. Perfect aim. Five, four, three, two, one. Perfect aim. Double elimination. Perfect aim. Nice. Perfect aim. Object captured. Object captured. Object lost. Nice. Object captured. Object lost. Eliminations. Perfect aim. Double elimination. Perfect aim. Object captured. Object lost. Perfect aim. Domination. Incredible. Perfect aim. Object captured. Perfect aim. Blade Master. Domination. Object lost. Object captured. Perfect aim. Object lost. Perfect aim. Awesome. Double elimination. Perfect aim. Object captured. Object lost. Bang. Object captured. Perfect aim. Object lost. Bang. Bang. Perfect aim. Domination. Double elimination. Object captured. Aim. Perfect aim. Object captured. Eliminations. Merciless. Domination. Object lost. Perfect aim. Object captured. Perfect aim. Domination. Merciless. Assist. Object lost. Object captured. Object captured. Assist. Object lost. One. Perfect aim. Bang. Assist. Bang. Perfect aim. Double elimination. Perfect aim. Perfect aim. Elimination. Assist. Bang. Nice. Perfect aim. Double elimination. Perfect aim. Assist. Domination. Nice. Perfect aim. Perfect aim. Perfect aim. Point A captured. Perfect aim. Elimination streak. Double elimination. Triple elimination. Blade Master domination. Awesome. Double elimination. Perfect aim. Triple elimination. Perfect aim. Object captured. Object lost. Elimination. Perfect aim. Double elimination. Perfect aim. Triple elimination. Perfect aim. Object lost. Bang. Perfect aim. Double elimination. Perfect aim. Perfect aim. Elimination. Double elimination. Perfect aim. Domination. Triple elimination. Perfect aim. Domination. Bang. Object lost. Perfect aim. Double elimination. Perfect aim. Triple elimination. Perfect aim. Combo breaker. Elimination. Perfect aim. Double elimination. Perfect aim. Triple elimination. Perfect aim. 4 at once. Perfect Object aim. Captured. Object lost. Incredible. Perfect aim. Domination. Perfect aim. Perfect aim. Perfect aim. Eliminations. Perfect aim. Double elimination. Perfect aim. Triple elimination. Blade Master. 4 at once. Perfect aim. Domination. Perfect aim. First strike. Perfect aim. Object captured. Perfect aim. Elimination. Perfect aim. Object lost. Nice. Double elimination. Merciless. Perfect aim. Object captured. Incredible. Double elimination. Perfect aim. Object lost. Bang. Perfect aim. Elimination streak. Double elimination. Merciless. Triple elimination. Perfect aim. Domination. Point A is under attack. Perfect aim. Domination. Double elimination. Blade Master. Domination. Incredible. Merciless. Domination. Point A. Perfect aim. Point A is under attack. Point A lost. Merciless. Point A captured. Point A is under attack. Point A captured. Perfect aim. Point A is under attack. Point A is under attack. Eliminations. Perfect aim. The enemy captured Point A. Perfect aim. Double elimination. Triple elimination. Point A lost. Point A is under attack. Point A lost. Incredible. Incredible! Perfect aim! Domination! Nice! Point A is under attack. Point A lost. The enemy captured Point A. Perfect aim is under attack. Point double A elimination. Lost. Perfect aim. Point A captured. Perfect aim. Domination. Nice. Point A is under attack. Point A lost. Perfect aim. Point A captured. Domination. Blade Master. Domination. Assist. Point A is under attack. Point A, perfect aim. Double elimination. Perfect aim. Triple elimination. Perfect aim. Nice. Point C lost. Double elimination. Perfect aim. Eliminations. Triple elimination. Perfect aim. Domination. Bang. Point C captured. Point C is under attack. Nice. Point C captured. Perfect aim. Domination. Perfect aim. Point D is under attack. Lost. Perfect aim. Elimination streak. Perfect aim. Point D captured. Perfect aim. Point D is under attack. Bang. Point D captured. Point D is under attack. 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 Merciless. Point D is under attack. Double elimination. Domination. Point D is under attack. Point D is under attack. Point E is under attack. Point E lost. Perfect aim. The enemy captured Point E. Point A is under attack. Point A lost. The enemy captured Point C. Blade Master. The enemy captured Point A. Double elimination. Perfect aim. Point B is under attack. Point B is under attack. Point B captured. Perfect aim. Elimination. Double elimination. Perfect aim. Point C is under attack. Point C lost. Point B is under attack. The enemy captured point C.
Point B lost.
Point B is under attack.
Point B lost.
Perfect
Perfect
A
aim.
captured. Point B is under attack.
Perfect aim.
Point A is under attack. Point B is under attack. Point B captured.
Point A lost.
The enemy captured point A. Point B is under attack.
Perfect aim. Domination. Double elimination. Perfect aim. Perfect
Point B
aim.
captured
Domination.
is under attack. Point C captured.
Point B lost. Elimination streak.
Point A is
Perfect
under attack.
aim.
Point A captured.
Perfect aim.
Point B captured. Point C is under attack.
Point C lost.
The enemy captured point C. Point B is under attack.
Perfect aim.
Point B is under attack.
Double elimination. Perfect aim.
Point B captured.
Point A lost.
The enemy captured point A.
Nice.
Point C captured.